without our permission. And so I started researching about them, and I found out that not only are they foreign proteins that our bodies and our children's bodies especially resist and can weaken their immune system, but that there's 3 kinds of GMOs. So the first kind of GMO is called BT, and that stands for a bacteria, and it's called some kind of BT toxin. And it is genetically engineered to constantly reproduce this BT toxin. And what happens is that when the bug eats it, it's either in corn or soy or cottonseed, when the bug eats, let's just say the corn, its stomach explodes from this constantly reproducing BT toxin, and the bug dies. And it's actually registered with the EPA as a pesticide.
The plant,
our food,
right? The corn is registered as a pesticide.
Yeah, registered pesticide. When I heard that, I was like, what is going on here? And so that's BT. And then the second one is Roundup Ready. And that means that the plant has been genetically engineered to withstand Roundup, meaning they can spray it with all the Roundup they want, which is now at the tune of 5 billion pounds a year worldwide. And it doesn't die. So our food won't die, but everything else around it dies. The bugs, the worms in the soil, all the weeds, and
the good bacteria in the soil.
Good bacteria, everything living thing around it dies. And there's all kinds of problems with the soil and runoff and all kinds of problems with that. But with our food, it soaks into the plant and it does not wash off. People think they can wash pesticides off. They cannot wash this off. And so then we're eating something which actually weakens the immune system all by itself, because this product, Roundup, has a chemical in it called glyphosate. And what it does, which Dr. Huber describes, is it actually weakens the immune system by basically giving the plant AIDS. It strips it of all the vital nutrients that it needs to live. And what it does in our stomachs is 3 things. The first one is it destroys the gut bacteria. And that is terrible because we need our gut bacteria. It's the stronghold of our immune system. 70% of our immune system lives in our gut bacteria. And without that gut bacteria, we're susceptible to illness and weakness and diseases and all kinds of things. So that's why there's the huge surge on probiotics, right? You know.
Everybody's having digestive problems. Digestive problems are through the roof right
rampant.
Now. They need to take probiotics.
And the second way that it's terrible that our bacteria is being destroyed by glyphosate is because without this gut bacteria, we can't produce tryptophan. And without tryptophan, we cannot produce serotonin. And as you know, serotonin is linked to mood, to all kinds of things. It also regulates insulin. And insulin is what, of course, the imbalance gives us diabetes. And diabetes is hugely on the rise right now in the U.S. In fact, it costs the federal government $279 billion a year. And just to put that in perspective, the entire budget for a healthcare system is $514 billion. So diabetes is eating up a huge portion of our healthcare expenses and our healthcare budget. And the projection is that in 13 years, we will not have any money left for any other type of healthcare. We won't have healthcare. It'll all be going to diabetes. So this is a national crisis. And the third type of GMO is a GMO that is not engineered to withstand pesticide or is a pesticide. It actually has a desired trait injected into it with promoters on either end of that desired trait. And the problem with that is that we believe as mothers that those promoters could be waking genes up. And scientists say this too, that we all have latent cancer genes or maybe even rare diseases that are just latent, right? That may never wake up or anything. But with these promoters waking genes up, who knows what's happening?
Right.
Why is cancer the #1 killer of children today? Robin O'Brien's study that came out this past July. Cancer is the #1 killer of children in America today.